weeks over, 15 years older. I was staying sober till you walked in. That party up in Dixon, emotion I was risking. This shit that I was mixing made me fall back in. Seeing you with her, I'm thinking about how you do me. With this shit in my cup, I'm feeling just like the old me. Point that gun and pull the trigger, pretend I was never with you. Oh, oh, and baby, why you riding? Why don't you rip this damn heart out my chest? And baby, why you riding? Why don't you take back every word you said? If you wanna tell me that I ain't the one.
The following is a presentation of Burlington Junior Barracudas hockey, live on YouTube.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome into Iceland Arena. It's the quarterfinal as the Burlington Barracudas take on the Stony Creek Sabres, and the Burlington Barracudas looking for a hero again here as they look to continue their hunt for a repeat as per Ontario champions. Gowing took a spill there. Trying to get out in front of the Manis. Scores! Sarah Manis on the turnover gets the Barracudas back within one. Here goes Manis. Working it up the middle. Cuts to the outside now. Manis in with the shots they made. The rebound in front of the goal. They score! Caitlin Charlton ties the game. And we're underway here in the overtime period. Sanford into the middle. Hope there by Jayla Carter. Here's Barnes with a chance. Barnes, nice move, shoots, scores! Michaela Barnes, the overtime hero, and the Stony Creek Sabres get their lick back from the semifinals last year, and will move on to the semifinals of these OWHA Provincial Championship.
A bit of a defensive breakdown in their own zone, a bouncing puck that just found the right person in the right spot.
Two, cuts to the middle, shoot, scores! Kaylee Tiller. Keelan Song shoots, save, rebound, bouncing to the slot, they score! Bianca Hart. Chelsea Tiller. Carries it ahead, nice move by Tiller. She takes it herself through center. Driving the net, Chelsea Tiller, scores! Are you kidding me? Walks in, off for Kaylee Tiller, scores! Manis to the line, Delahunt shoots, scores! Keller to the backhand, stopped by Ferguson! Here's Butler driving the outside, in she comes, she scores! Addie Butler, top shelf! Now Manis behind that, centering drive, loose, they score! Keelan Song!
Christina Walker, Suter, Walker, scores! Boone walks the blue line, throws it on, rebound, they score!
Manis scores! Goal, great save by Ferguson. Manis shoots, they score! Kaylee Tiller Mainway Arena as Canada tries to get over a heartbreaking loss last night. It turned their attention to the national sport. Hockey is back in the spotlight here in Canada's 40 million eyes turn their attention to their national sport. The Burlington Barracudas taking on the London Devilettes this Sunday afternoon at Mainway Arena. I'm Jaden Ho. Glad you're with us as we're in for a good one here. These two teams played already earlier this season. An overtime win for the Barracudas was the result. They'll look to keep that rolling against the Devilettes. Starting goaltenders this afternoon. First for the Barracudas, Mackenzie Ferguson gets the call-in goal through 7 games. She's 4-2, 923 save percentage, 309 goals against average, and a shutout to go along. Ella Gracie gets the call for the Devilettes, 1-5 with an 899 save percentage. We're underway here from Mainway Arena, and the Devilettes in on the attack early. A long shoot-in that Ferguson sweeps away to the corner. Played around behind the net now. Reaching in is Kalpakis. Sent around the boards. Catalano trying to chip it ahead. Reaching for it is Freaky. She can't poke it out of the zone, and the Barracudas will reset behind their own goal. Kalpakis going up the boards. Hart couldn't reach that puck. They get it out to center, but the Devilettes will get back on the attack quickly here. Sent in around the boards. Racing after here's McDonald. Worked up by Hart. She can't clear the zone now, and Freaky works it ahead, trying to connect there with Miwok Carter. That pass didn't work, and the Devilettes reset in their own zone. Lead pass finds McDonald trying to drive wide. That's Kylan Noon, the call up for the Barracudas, missing a few in their lineup. As it's sent back around behind that hit the referee in the corner. Laid down low now. On the puck is McCallum. Sent to the line. A shot is knocked down and cleared out of the zone by the Barracuda. Back into the Burlington end now as Sarah Elson goes back for it. She's got to get there in a hurry. She had Cameron right on. McCallum trying to come out of the corner here. Cycles it back down low. Song gets it free, and Noon will work it around the boards. Up ahead for Butler. That pass didn't connect. Keelan Song trying to catch up. And the Devilettes will turn it the other way. On the near side now, it's stolen by Haley Thompson, trying to chase after this puck to the net, and it's cleared away. Good play by Gracie to get a stick on that as the Barracudas now try to get things set in the offensive zone. Addie Butler, the Barracuda point leader, knocked down behind the net, and it's cleared down the ice by the Devilettes. As that will roll down into Burlington territory. Icing called against London, so we'll halt play and come all the way down into London territory. Face-off won back by the Barracudas, but it evades everybody and gets out to center, so Addison Lee goes back for it. Played deep into London territory now. Picked up behind the net is trying to settle the puck down is McCready. Another call up for Burlington, one of 3 playing for them this afternoon. Around the boards now, it's picked up by Lila Cummings, the 3rd AP call up, and here come the Barracudas, maybe a 2-on-1. Taken in here by McCready, trying to find Thompson. Pass a little too hot for Thompson to handle. Near corner now. Worked up towards the blue line. Catalano couldn't get a stick on that. It is chipped ahead. Unable to knock it down there was Grace Gow. Played into the middle. Here's a chance for Catalano off a stick and high. Up out of play as Gabby Catalano gets close in the slot. Can't find a way to get it to the net. Well, so far in this game, it's been advantage London. They're pressing in the offensive zone more than the Barracudas have, and Burlington looking to take advantage of one of their couple of opportunities here. Maddie Delahunt plays it around the boards. Waiting up behind the net there was Randall. Comes up to the line now. Kalpakis holds the zone. Got it down for Freagy. Comes to the line again. Kalpakis down for Freagy. Freagy works it up to the blue line. Delahunt trying to walk in. Had it knocked off her stick, and it comes for Kalpakis on the near side. She holds the zone. Gets it deep for Bianca Hart. Hart on the back end. Tries to throw it to the front of the net. Now ramped off a stick and away from danger. As it's played into the middle, but picked off by Freagy. Ella Freagy turning it towards the net. Shoots and sent that just wide. Sarah Elson Towards the corner, Bianca Hart down there. Sent towards the front of the net as Catalano's there, but a save made by Gracie, and she hangs on. First bit of sustained pressure here in the offensive zone for the Barracudas. A great steal by Ella Frigi as she makes a heads-up play, reaches out to intercept the pass and keep the pressure on offensively. Stopping up in behind the net there is Farr. As she goes up the boards, it's knocked down by Song. Here's a chance for Cruz on the back end. Shoots, and a save made. Ella Gracie sharp in the early going as she turns aside. Cruz up. Cruz are doing a good job getting that to the net. She's on her backhand, able to make a quick move to the forehand, but unable to get a lot under that shot. It stays low, and save was made by Gracie. As a battle for the puck behind the net. Miwa Carter playing forward for the Barracudas here in the absence of a couple key players up front. Kaylee Tiller, Aubrey Biazzi both out of the lineup for the Barracudas offensively. As it's sent out into the neutral zone. Retreating back with it, a puck turned over here, and it's picked up behind the goal by the Devilettes. Taking it around is McIntosh to the blue line. Here's a long shot, knocked down by Cruzel. She can't get it out of the zone. Bouncing puck in the slot here, and it's cleared towards the blue line, but not out. Ranging back for it, here's Kyla Noon. Around the boards, Cruzel waiting for it. Tried to tip it up into the middle, and now it's sent ahead for Miwa Carter, one-on-one. Carter will just fire it in and head off for the change. 5 minutes gone in period number 1. Lead pass, intercepted in the neutral zone by Thompson. Carried into the offensive zone now by the Devilettes, taken wide by Cameron. Plays it into the middle, it's taken away and sent up the boards. Butler chips it ahead, knocked down and taken into the offensive zone, McCready. Trying to protect the puck. She's taken down along the far side, and it's taken out into the neutral zone by London. Butler, she can't get it ahead. It's trying to get onto that puck was Cameron. She was bumped by Noon. Or Cummings, rather. Bouncing puck in the slot, and it's gloved and held by Ferguson. That'll draw a whistle. 14:22 to play in the first period. Heads-up play there by Ferguson to get her stick in the way of that puck as it heads to the slot, and it ramped up right up into her glove. So a face-off in the offensive zone here for the Devilettes. They get a shot off. It's poked away by the stick of Ferguson. Down to the corner. Here's a centering try, and the one-time shot. Swing and a miss from Hubin. Long shot. Tim scores! The point shot redirects in front. Beats Ferguson, and the Devilettes draw first blood. Well, it's Hubin who just whiffed on the one-time shot in front of that. Stays in the slot there, gets in the vision of Ferguson, and on that point shot, gets a stick on it, and they'll keep that puck for Hubin as she gets on the board for the Devilettes. Scramble face-off after the opening goal. The Barracudas come away with it as it's fired down the ice, and that will roll wide of Ella Gracie's net. So face-off will come all the way back down to Burlington territory on the icing call. Big first goal for the Devilettes as they try and get their lick back from earlier in the season. Loose puck in the middle of the zone, and a shot save, Ferguson. And she covers the rebound as that puck was in a dangerous spot for Emerson Moore. Round back of the goal now. It's sent ahead by Noon. Played back into Burlington territory now as Sarah Ellison will go back for it.
14 minutes, 7 seconds. That's Brooks from Hubin at 14:07 in the first period.
So on the official goal call, they say it was Brooks with the shot. Here's a chance for the Barracudas. Set high the goal as Catalano comes close for a second time early in this game. at the blue line. Addison Lee with a shot. That deflects wide of the net. Loose in the slot, and it's covered up. As Gracie again, sharp in the early going here for the Devilettes. So as I was saying, official goal goes to Brooks. The assist to Hubin. So maybe no deflection in the slot as we initially thought. Puck comes loose here for Keelan Song. Song into the middle. That took a deflection away from the intended recipient and is taken out through the neutral zone by Grace Gow. Gow rolls it down behind the net. Takes Lee into the boards. Cruzel. She can't get up through the neutral zone past Bohr. Puck loose on the far side, comes into the middle now. Bohr on the back end in the corner, turns it up towards the blue line, and able to settle that puck down was Gow, and the Barracudas escape to the neutral zone. Ranging back here is picked up and sent down the ice, and as Cummings got it ahead, we got a whistle. And we got a penalty call upcoming here. It's going to be Emma Bohr who heads off for the body check. And the Barracudas will get a chance to tie it on their first power play of this game. Obviously missing some key weapons on this power play. No Kaylee Tiller, no Chelsea Tiller, as it's rolled right on goal off the face-off. So we'll reset and do it over again. Both Tillers off at the shot scores from the point. Juliana Kalpakis, a seeing eye shot, gets the Barracudas back on even terms. Well, it's seemingly nothing play on the power play here, just a long shot that just had eyes, finds its way past Ella Gracie, so both teams scoring on a long point shot to make this a 1-1 game, and no Tillers, no problem on the power play for the Barracudas. Kalpakis sends it ahead. Thompson trying to tip that into the middle for McCready. McCready in on the forecheck now as she takes Thompson to the boards. Thompson now for the Barracudas, plays it into the middle. It works back up to the line. Elson for Butler. Butler trying to connect there with McCready. Couldn't find the tape, and it's worked out by the Devilettes. Cameron gets it deep. Elson goes back for it. Thompson now tips it up. McCready trying to reach for it. It's turned over by the Barracudas. Now sent towards the net, and trying to wait up for that pass was McDonald. In deep now. Tying up in behind the goal there was Noon. Worked up to the line. Played deep. McDonald couldn't settle that puck down. And it's picked up and skated ahead here by McCready. McCready backhands that ahead, trying to connect with Thompson. She had her stick tied up.
Emma Bohr, 2 minutes for body check. Time of the penalty, 12 minutes, 30 seconds.
Into the offensive zone now come the Devilettes as it's worked in behind the net. Hart tries to tip that ahead. Reaching for it was Catalano. She's turned back, and the Barracudas reset in their own zone. Sent down the ice here. That will not have enough for icing, so ranging back forward is Milligan. Milligan up towards the blue line. Is held in, a shot blocked, and it bounces out to center, so Delahunt will reverse out for it. Delahunt skates it ahead. Frege knocked off the puck. Hart drops it back. Lead pass from Noon. Tipped in the neutral zone, not past center, and that's going to be icing against Burlington as we approach the halfway mark of this first period. We're tied at 1. Kennedy Brooks opened it up, and it was Juliana Kalpakis on the power play, her first of the season for Burlington, to get this on even terms.
This period is brought to you by Nickelbrook Brewing. Mention Junior Cudas at your next Nickelbrook gathering, and we receive a kickback.
as it's one back behind the goal here by the Barracudas and taken to the boards on the far side. Played into the middle, and Delahunt sends it ahead. Worked back into the Burlington zone now. Puck tied up along the end boards here as Delahunt works it ahead. Delahunt trying to kick it ahead. Couldn't find Cruzel, and now it's picked up in the offensive zone by Boer. Boer plays it in deep. Gow after it behind the goal, now checked by Delahunt. Picked up here by Keelan Song. Song for Cruzel. Cruzel ahead trying to connect with Miwok Carter. She's bumped off the puck. And the Devilettes will take it the other way. Here's Kalpakis, the goal scorer for Burlington. Taken away, centering pass, and a one-time shot fanned on there as McIntosh tried to load up for one after the Barracudas turned it over at the blue line now. Randall trying to hold it in, can't hang on to the puck though as Lee will skate it out to center for Burlington. Lee around the boards and in deep. Stopped up behind the net. Stick check there from Cruzel, and she's able to work it to the outside. Good work from Cruzel to hang on to that puck. Taken around the back of the net now by Addie Butler. Butler circling the zone, drops it off for Elson with a shot. That took a deflection along the way, but a pad save made by Gracie, and she covers up to draw the whistle. 8:40 to play now in period number 1. Devilettes win it. As Farr goes back, plays it into the middle. That's picked off by Thompson. Here's Haley Thompson. Couldn't get a shot away as it was knocked off her stick. Butler, the follow-up, has it played away from her as well. Back in the corner. Sent up through the middle, and it's skated ahead here, and through center comes McCallum. McCallum to the outside. Stops up, works it back to the blue line. A one-time shot deflected. That goes up high and wide. Down to the corner now. Up to the blue line. Stepping in. A shot from Farr. Bounces way up high. Knocked down with a high stick. Well, the Barracudas play it, so we'll play on. Along the near side. Trying to dig it free there is McDonald. Comes up to the blue line. It's into the feet there of, that was Farr, and she didn't like the check there from Thompson. Took a whack back in retaliation as Butler reaches for the puck. Knocked down here by a high stick, and that will halt play. It was just at the Barracuda blue line there that it was Noon who got the stick on it. And face-off will come to the neutral zone. Delahunt circles back with it, cuts away from a check, and she'll skate it ahead. Lead pass trying to connect with Hart is intercepted and taken the other way now. Worked in deep there by Milligan. Hart waiting for it along the near side, tips it out to center. Back in their own zone now. The Devilettes start the attack. Backhanded in deep as it's picked up in behind the goal by Emerson Moore. To a blue line. Hart tried to get a stick in there. It's turned back, and the Barracudas reset behind their own goal. Kalpakis up the boards, lead, feed, trying to race onto this is Frege. First to the puck was Kennedy Brooks there as it's taken out of the corner and worked through the neutral zone, but turned back at the blue line. Frege gets it deep. Milligan goes back for it. Milligan for Brooks, and then ahead. Plays into the skates of Carter. That bounces out of play, so we'll halt play here. 6:31 to go now as we're knotted at 1 in the first period. Played into the middle, a shot, and a glove save made by Ella Gracie right off the face-off as Cruzel stepped in and ripped one off that left wing. Puck tied up in the face-off circle as stepping up to get it in deep there was Noon, or Cummings rather. Carter. She's stapled to the boards. It's knocked down at the blue line by Cummings. Can't hold the zone on the second try, and the Barracudas reset in the neutral zone. Addison Lee finds Miwa Carter. Carter skates it ahead, backhands it into the offensive zone, and she'll complete the Barracuda change. Played into the middle, reaching, trying to pick off that puck was Keelan Song. She couldn't quite get enough of it, and the Devilettes are into the offensive end. Around for Thompson now. Thompson reverses it back for Elson. And now out to center come the Barracudas with Thompson. Taken off the puck there by Farr. Her pass across. Butler in there trying to get in the way. It bounces up and out with 5.5 on the clock here, and the faceoff will be down in the London zone. Back with it are the Devilettes. A long pass out to center is disrupted by Kalpakis. Now the Barracudas are on the attack. Played deep here as Kalpakis goes in after it on the near side. Butler down in the corner, works it up top for Kalpakis. Kalpakis a shot, trying to get a deflection on that was McCready, and it sailed wide. Here come the Devilettes. They've got numbers here as it's works through the middle. Drop back pass, didn't quite connect, and the Barracudas are away. McCready cutting through the middle, tried to work it down low, fanned on it, and she'll head off to start the Barracuda change. Avery Thompson around the boards, trying to clear the zone, or the Devilettes can't do it as it's played into the middle. They'll get another try here, and this time will escape the zone. Worked in here now by Catalano. Stepping in from the line was a long shot there from Cummings, knocked down, and the Barracudas reset once again. Catalano has some time here, tries to find Frigi, who works it in on the backhand. Frigi ahead, and it's unable to settle down for Bianca Hardis. She was on a beeline to the front of the net. In deep it goes now. Back for it here is Kyla Noon. She lost the puck. A centering try, and a good tie up in front of the net. Might have saved a goal from Lila Cummings. Noon back after it now. It's the two Barracuda call-ups on the blue line right now, out at the same time. Devilettes trying to press their advantage. Played in deep here as it's stopped up behind the net and picked up by Cummings. Cummings, long lead feed, trying to settle it down there was Carter. Now she's on the puck on the far side. Has Krusel at the front of the net, a shot, and unable to get a lot on that was Krusel, and it rolls to the near side. Back with it now. It's played back to Devilette territory as, taking a tumble there on the far side. As it's worked in now by the Barracudas to the near corner. Krusel. Played ahead and out to center as in some discomfort is Emerson Moore after that fall. She heads off to the bench. Played off the boards and down into Burlington ice. Addison Lee. Off the glass. Thompson couldn't settle that pass down. Out to play it is Ferguson. Lee stops up behind the net. Delahunt for Thompson and into the middle for Butler. Tried the return pass. That missed, and the Devilettes quickly on the counter. Kalpakis turning away from the forecheck here as she starts the rush for Burlington. 2.5 to go. Kalpakis chips it in, goes after it herself. Played away from her, and then Butler gets a stick on the puck down low. Butler. Thompson up to the line. Delahunt walks the point, finds Kalpakis. Kalpakis, a shot is knocked away from the front of the net. Played off the glass towards the blue line. Thompson trying to reach out to get a stick on it here. It's skated out by Talbot. Gow skates it ahead. On the near side, takes a shot. A glove save. Ferguson bobbled it for a second. Able to find the rebound and cover up. We're into the final couple minutes here of a pretty fast-paced first period. We've gone back and forth. Not a lot of whistles to speak of in this game as we're tied up at 1, and it's 1 back by the Devilettes. A long shot kicked away by Ferguson. Up the boards, trying to connect there with Hart. That pass didn't work and will drift. Not quite enough for icing. The snow there in the circle enough to slow it down. And now this one will be sent down, and that will bounce off the boards. And again, not quite enough for the icing that time against London. Tipped ahead foot race here, trying to race onto it was Bianca Hart. Dropped back, and Burlington resets. Lee for Delahunt. She goes back behind the net. Being pressured here is all over her is Julia McIntosh. Delahunt turns away, chips it around the boards. Hart tips it to center. Worked ahead here by Farr. Her pass ahead, that doesn't connect. We're into the final minute here, and Ferguson will grab that and cover up as she had a couple white sweaters in the vicinity. So we get a face-off off to her left in the Burlington zone as the Devilettes look to get a light strike in this first period. Passed out into the middle of the ice. There comes to the blue line. A shot. Missed the goal. Rebound. Bounced out to the side of the net, and Ferguson makes a good save. Here's another chance. Save made, and the rebound cleared down by the Barracudas. Late pressure from the Devilettes. The Barracudas so far have bent but not broken. Ferguson waits out behind the net for this puck. Leaves it there for Delahunt. She's knocked down, but able to get it to Kalpakis. Out to center it goes. Here's a foot race. Cruzo's going to be first on it. Cruzo trying to hang on to the puck. It was in her skates as she had a lane to the net, but couldn't hang on to the puck. Out into the neutral zone. Noon plays it across for Elson. She fans on her pass ahead. Drop back into the Devilette zone now. Final few seconds here as they'll just play it back, and that will do it for first period action. So Kennedy Brooks opened the scoring for the Devilettes, and it was Juliana Kalpakis, her first of the season, to answer back for Burlington. We're tied at 1 through 20 minutes from Mainway. We'll step away and be back with second period action.
Hi, I'm Aubrey. Hi, I'm Juliana.
Hi, I'm Gabby. I'm Madison.
And this is the Whisper Challenge.
Go. Do.
Two.
The.
The
Net.
Burlington Junior Barracudas. Go again. Burlington.
Pull.
Burlington.
Burlington.
Junior Barracudas.
Barracudas. Walter. Water. Walter Cup champions. Walter Cup champions.
Yeah. Haley. Say it again.
Haley.
Elite.
Haley. Wickenheiser.
Won last year.
Wickenheiser.
Hey, Wickenheiser.
Professional. Women's. Hockey. League.
She shoots. She scores.
Shoes.
She shoots.
Cheeky shoes.
She shoots.
Cheetah.
She.
Cheese.
She.
Trees.
She.
All I'm getting is cheese.
She.
Cheese.
She's. She shoots. She scores. She shoots. She scores.
Wait.
She shoots.
She.
Shoots.
Shoots.
She.
She.
Scores. She
scores.
This has been the Whisper Challenge. Thank you for watching.
Welcome back into Mainway Arena. Second period action about to get underway. We're tied at 1 between the Barracudas and the Devilettes as goaltenders are set. Whistle's gone, and we're ready to go for the second period here as the Devilettes come away with the puck. It's worked ahead here on the backhand by Julia McIntosh. McIntosh plays it into the middle, and getting a stick in the way of that was Juliana Kalpakis, the Barracuda goal scorer. Now Frege. She had the assist on the goal, trying to cut into the offensive zone. Knocked off her stick as it works back to the line. Kalpakis for Frege. Or that's Catalano, rather, as it's played ahead through the neutral zone. Backhanded in deep now by the Barracudas. Back for it, here's Cassandra Randall. Her lead pass tipped into the middle. Reaching back for it there was Smith. Couldn't get good wood on it, so it's played back down now into Burlington ice. Addison Lee. Battle for this puck here on the far side. It's worked ahead by the Devilettes on the backhand. Played into the middle now, and a shot. Good stick getting in the way of that from Carter. Smith's shot there was knocked down, and a chance now on the 2-on-1 for the Barracudas. Play is behind Carter, and that will negate the 2-on-1. A long shot is gloved and held by Ella Gracie, as the Barracudas almost had an odd man rush but couldn't quite connect on the pass. Face-off won back here by London. Played back around the net. Skated ahead by Farr. Her pass didn't work, and now racing onward is Alexandria McDonald. McDonald down in the corner. Trying to work it back up to the line. That didn't connect. She's taking to the boards now. And comes to the blue line. Thompson gets it deep. Worked out of the middle here. Has a chance and a shot. That took a deflection and sails up high. McDonald finding some room in the slot as it's played up. That went off the head there of Elson. A shot is gloved and came out of the glove of Ferguson. Now the Barracudas reset. A pass into the middle. Intercepted. Stepping in with a shot. They score. Parker Talbot takes advantage of the turnover, and the Devilettes have regained the lead. Well, Talbot coming off the bench here as the Barracudas try to break out. The pass just didn't have quite enough on it. Left time for Talbot to cut in front, get a stick in the way, and she takes it in and rips it past Ferguson to get London back on top. So Burlington now back behind as it's played around the boards. In deep now, it's taken by Kalpakis. She can't clear the zone, gets it back. Will try again, skates it out to center. Kalpakis, she's taken down in the neutral zone, and it's worked out the other way. Skating it ahead, taken around back of the net. Boven back up to the blue line, a long shot that's deflected away as Ferguson gonna get a stick on it. Butler, long lead feed, finds Thompson, and it rolls off her stick. Would have been in alone, but couldn't settle the puck down. Gave a little how do you do to Ella Gracie, the Devilettes. Not big fans of that, and that's going to cost Thompson. On sportsmanlike conduct, the call, as she gave a snow shower to Ella Gracie on the stop. So after they take the lead, the Devilettes go right back to the power play, their first of this game. It was a power play goal for the Barracudas that tied us up at 1 in the first period. Waiting for everything to sort out at the scorer's box. Now we're good. And face-off will come over to the left of Ferguson. Still waiting for that penalty to get put up on the board here. Now we're ready to go. And the Devilettes come away with the face-off. Played back to the line here, worked back and forth, and Nesbitt a long shot that missed the net. Gow takes it on the far side, takes a shot that ramps off a stick wide of the net, and the Barracudas maybe a chance coming out the other way. Free couldn't quite catch up to it, otherwise might have had numbers in on the attack. Nesbitt over the line now. Drops it back, takes the return feed now on the near side. Nesbitt swaps spots here as it's worked down low by Boris. Centering pass is intercepted and sent down the ice. Right on goal as the Devilettes reset on the power play. Skated in on the far side. Taken around back of the net. Trying to glove it down here and able to settle the puck was Randall. Randall's got it now. Plays it rink wide. That's knocked down by Cruzel, and she'll clear it out. Halfway through the Devilette power play. Drop back. Trying to knock it down here is Keelan's Song. She can't settle it, and it's worked into the offensive zone by the Devilettes. Julia McIntosh throws that through the slot. Nobody there for London. Delahunt now. Around the boards. Played down the ice by Kalpakis.
Burlington penalty to number 7, Haley Thompson. 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike conduct. Time of the penalty, 17 minutes, 16 seconds. That's Thompson for unsportsmanlike conduct at 17:16. This Barracudas penalty kill is brought to you
McCallum works it in on the near side. Takes a sharp angle shot that goes right through the crease. Race for the puck. You're trying to poke it out, and able to is McCready, and that should just about do it for the Barracudas on the penalty kill. Butler steals in the neutral zone. Addie Butler works it around the back of the net. Circle, she's taken down. That's going to draw a penalty. Comes into the middle, a shot, and it's ripped wide by Haley Thompson, fresh out of the box. Ferguson to the bench for the extra skater. Tied up in the corner, and whistle goes as McCallum touches up. And we get our call. It's a trip that will send Burlington to the power play for the second time this game. They're 1 for 1. Kalpakis the goal in the first period, and a chance for them to tie this game up. Frege on the face-off. It's one back to the line. Addison Lee walks the point, looking for options. Plays it off for Thompson. Thompson across, Carter a long shot save made. The rebound loose. Thompson with a chance, and it's knocked away. Haley Thompson now back up to the blue line for Carter. Carter to Lee. Lee with a shot, and that's swallowed up by Ella Gracie, and she'll hang on. Well, good puck movement there by the Barracudas, and able to create a chance on the rebound. Thompson reaching for it, would have been on her backhand, trying to knock it into some open net, but a good stick to get in the way of it from A.J. Smith. Might have saved a goal as Carter goes across for Lee, and they go back and forth. Carter a shot deflected, save made. Rebound on right on, and it's turned aside again by Gracie. Across here for Lee. Lee down for Thompson. Walks in and shoots. Blocker save. Another good chance on the power play for Burlington as they push to tie this game. Lee at the blue line now. Takes a shot. Deflected. Save. Good shoulder stop from Gracie as it's taken to the corner by Carter. Frege in there battling. Trying to pull it free. Out of the corner, a centering pass, bounces around, comes up to the blue line, racing across is Lee, and she holds the zone. Frege sends it across for Thompson. Thompson, one-touch pass for Lee. Lee, a shot deflected. It's knocked down in front by Butler. Played around the boards. 38 seconds left on the power play. Lee down low for Frege. Frege up top. Carter, a shot is blocked and cleared away by the Devilettes. Both teams start changes. Burlington trying to move the puck up the ice quickly here. Rink wide pass is deflected away from Catalano, the intended target. Puck ramps up off a stick, stays in the offensive zone for Burlington for a moment, but on the second try, cleared out. 10 seconds left in the power play now. Keelan Song comes into the corner here. Cruzel Catalano. Kalpakis takes a shot, and that deflects high up over the net. Delahunt. She tries to hold the zone here, finds Cruzel in the corner. Cruzel trying to spin it out in front. Couldn't connect with Catalano. Cruzel now. Trying to get it back up to the point. Skated out now by the Devilettes, who are back to 5-on-5. Taken to the outside. Knocked off the stick there of Milligan. As it comes to the near blue line. Long shot. That took a deflection and goes just wide past the pad of Ferguson. Milligan trying to come out of the corner. Through center come the Barracudas. Played cross corner here as Burlington starts the change. Lead pass here is intercepted in the neutral zone. Back going there for is Brooks. Brooks across for Milligan. She couldn't settle the puck down. Butler trying to get in after that puck. Had it knocked away, and we've got a penalty here. It's a trip. And for the third time in this game, Burlington will head to the power play. It's Milligan heading off as she got her stick into the skates of Butler. And a Barracuda power play that looked dangerous in their last go around gets another chance to tie this game. On the face-off, it's one back to the blue line for Addison Lee. Lee walks the point, takes a shot. It's blocked and cleared down the ice. Good play there from Boer, who got in the way and made the clear. Now Frege starts the attack for Burlington. Frege taking the boards hard on that near side, and it's cleared away again by the Devilettes. So a better start to the penalty kill for London than their last. As Lee waits up behind the net. Addison Lee ahead for Carter. That pass missed, and it's right back down towards the Burlington end. Boer knocks it down, throws that in on goal. Glove down by Ferguson. Leaves it for Frege now. Barracuda's trying to get something going on the power play. Thompson speeds in, trying to cut into the middle. Puck comes loose. Butler gets there, takes it down to the corner now. Over halfway through the Barracuda power play. No shots yet for the Barracudas. Puck locked down there in the corner. Finally comes free, and it's McCallum skating ahead. McCallum off the boards, trying to connect there with McDonald. She's in on the forecheck now, and will force Ferguson to cover up. 34 seconds to go in the power play, and nothing doing for Burlington so far on the man advantage. Played deep here by the Devilettes. Final 30 seconds of power play for Burlington now. Delahunt. Head up, skates it up through center. She'll try to take it around the outside. Delahunt stops up, tried a centering pass that didn't escape from behind the net. Now Keelan Song works it up top for Delahunt. Delahunt looking to the net. Played across now, stepping in. Kalpakis shoots. That took a deflection. Knocked down a high bounce, and Song couldn't get a good stick on it. Skated up by McCallum now. McDonald trying to cut into the net. Had it knocked off her stick as we're back to 5-on-5. Keelan Song for Lauren Cruzel. Cruzel had it knocked off her stick and plays it ahead. Right back down into Burlington ice it goes now, and that'll be icing against London with 9.5 to go in period number 2. So the face-off comes back down to London ice. They lead it 2-1 here as Burlington's had a couple chances to tie it on the power play, but not been able to convert to this point. Long shoot in, bounce towards the front of that, played off to the side and unable to reach Butler there as McCready gets it now for Butler to the blue line, reaching for it and able to hold it is Lee. Lee for Cummings with a long shot. That took a deflection wide of the net as McCready got a stick on it. Played off the far side boards. Out in the neutral zone, Butler drops it back here for Cummings. Up the ice it goes. Lee ranging back for it. Lee spins off a check. Plays it for Tiller. Lee now. Back with it, goes off the end boards. Cummings gets it ahead here towards Haley Thompson, trying to drive in wide of the net. Thompson knocked off the puck. A strong defensive play made there by Milligan. Stick check here by Frege as she got it to the blue line, took a funny hop, and will come out to center. Played off here for Sarah Elson. Elson, long pass, doesn't find anyone, and Milligan will get it back down into the offensive zone. Elson with it again. Finds Hart. Her pass into the middle is rejected and taken down behind the goal by the Devilettes. Played up to the blue line. Trying to work it in here. Centering pass with one hand there was Smith, and it's up and out of play with 7:52 on the clock in the period. Off the draw here, it's taken to the corner. Trying to work it free, able to get it loose as McIntosh. A centering pass loose in front and able to clear it away as Carter. Here come the Barracudas now, 2-on-1. Song with Cruzel. Keelan Song across for Cruzel, and it rolled away from her. Cruzel on the back end now, trying to work it into the middle. Lost the puck, and it'll be cleared away as Keelan Song skates back for it. Worked ahead for Carter. She takes a hard hit in the neutral zone. Kalpakis back with it now. Delahunt. Fan on the pass ahead. Lead pass now the other way. Here come the Devilettes, and they might have a 2-on-1. Far side, a shot. Save made Ferguson, and she hangs on. So a couple of chances on either end. The odd man rush for the Barracudas, and then the same for the Devilettes, and neither team able to convert here as we're into the latter half of the period. Going to get waved out of the draw here is Maya McCready. Haley Thompson steps in to take the draw. Gets the winger win, and now gets the puck and skates it ahead. Thompson ships it ahead, trying to race onto it now. Thompson down to the corner, taking it into the boards hard. That's going to draw a penalty. Played out into the middle now. McCready drops it off. Here's a shot from Cummings, is gloved and held, and we get the penalty call. I think it's going to be Colby Farr heading to the box for the second time in this game, and it looks like it's a body checking call with 6:42 to go. So another chance for the Barracudas on the power play. 1 for 3 for the goal in the first period from Kalpakis. And pretty fruitless opportunity the last time around. Not a lot of great chances. They try and get back to moving the puck around well like they did in their first and second opportunities. Kalpakis steps in from the line, takes a shot, and that's gobbled up by Gracie. No rebound, so we'll reset and do it again. Kudas control the faceoff. Kalpakis for Delahunt, and now down for Frege. Back to Delahunt, takes a shot. That is blocked away. Butler in behind the goal. Butler for Cruzel. Cruzel back to Kalpakis. Butler sets up in front of the net. A shot. Scores! Another for Juliana Kalpakis. A long shot finds its way through, and the Barracudas have tied the game. Well, very similar to her first goal in this one. A long shot that just finds its way through, gets into some traffic, and finds its way past Ella Gracie. Might have been some traffic along the way. And the Barracudas have their second power play goal of this game. Up ahead for Keelan Song now. She might have a lane trying to cut across. Song in with a shot. Fought off by Gracie as it comes back into the neutral zone. Worked ahead here by McCallum. Taken in with a long shot. That's stopped and held by Ferguson as Bovit came in off the near side. McCallum on the draw. She's going to get waved out, so we'll do it again. In to take it is Huben, who assisted on the opening goal for London. Comes to the far side now. Thrown towards the net, and a save made there by Ferguson. Carter now. Carter chips it up towards trying to connect with Cruzo. That misses and will be icing against Burlington. 5.5 to go in period number 2. We're tied at 2. Thanks to a couple from Juliana Kalpakis. Now at the blue line, a long shot from Brooks is sticked away by Ferguson. At center, here comes Lee. Lee finds Carter. Carter over the line, takes it to the outside, takes a shot that's kicked away. Lead feed is tipped into the offensive zone here by the Devilettes. Not quite at center, though, so that'll be an icing call against London. And we'll come back down to that end. Bianca Hart getting instructions from Kevin Greco and company on the Burlington bench as they try and sort out who they want out there. They get Freaky to take the face-off. She's going to get waved out on the late change. It's a little disorganized for the Barracudas before that face-off. The Devilettes get the win, but Elson's able to hold the zone. Bouncing puck comes to Freaky. Freaky trying to work it into the middle. Plays it off to the side. A centering pass. Catalano was there, but reaching out to get in the way was Ella Gracie, and she'll cover up. We'll reset for another face-off here down in London territory. Freaky will take it. London able to get the change now. Couldn't get what they wanted after the icing. Barracudas get the win. Trying to spin it towards the net there was Hart. She took a bump, and it's worked out for Gow. Catalano knocks it down. Skates it into the offensive zone. Catalano to the middle with a shot that bounced away from the front of the net. Up towards the blue line. Played across for Sarah Elson. That puck got out, so offside pending. Barracudas had to retreat, and the Devilettes able to skate it to center. Ferguson stops the shoot in behind the net. Elson trying a lead pass. Couldn't get everything on it, and now the Devilettes are in a shot. That took a deflection and goes just wide. Played out to the front of the net now. Bouncing puck sent on goal and couldn't quite get through. Ferguson, don't know if she knew where it was. Now Freaky speeding wide. Centering pass. Couldn't connect with Thompson. Out come the Devilettes now as we go back and forth. Pace picking up here in the second. Out of the corner. Good stick from Kalpakis to knock that pass away. Racing for it. Here's Catalano, and she'll skate it through center. Catalano for Thompson. She tips it into the offensive zone. Gets in on the forecheck now as it's skated around back in the net. And up through center by Farr. Colby Farr to the corner. Throws it to the front of the net. A chance set just wide as McIntosh on the pass. Couldn't quite redirect it into the net. Farr chips it in deep. After it, here's Smith. Barracudas come away. Played ahead and worked off the boards here by Thompson for Butler. Butler waits up, takes it wide of the net. Circles it, centers, and it's knocked away. Played up to the line. That bounces up past Lee in a foot race now. First on the puck is Cummings. She gets taken down. A long shot that deflects away. Work down to the corner. Played out to center now as Brooks gets it in deep. Ferguson out to play it here. She'll leave it back behind the net for Cummings. Cummings goes ahead for Lee. Lee ahead. Cruzel chips it in, goes after it herself here. Cruzel take it into the boards. Plays it behind the net for Carter. Carter. She takes a check in the corner, and it's skated out now by Brooks. Brooks chips it up the boards on the near side. McDonald going after it. She's taken into the boards by Elson. Keelan Song for Miwa Carter. Carter. Her pass ahead for Cruzel doesn't connect. And it's played back down into Burlington territory. Here's Elson. Back off the end boards there. Almost came out in front of the net. And Ferguson able to get his stick in the way. Puck pinned up along the near side boards here as it's sent up to the blue line. Unable to clear it out of the Barracudas. Now they will on the second try, and it's right back down into their end here as Elson will reverse it back towards Catalano. Catalano. She's taken to the boards, gets it ahead, and skates it out to center. Her pass for Hart missed as right back in again, and come the Devilettes. Hart got it out. Couldn't get it deep, though, as we're into the final minute now of the second. Elson looking to start the rush. Finds Frege. Frege poked ahead. She was turned back, and Elson now will get it deep. Ranging back for it here is Emerson Moore. Turns away from a check, gets it ahead, and now it's played into the middle. Smith to the far side. Hubin with a long shot. That's gloved and held by Ferguson. 32 seconds on the clock. Here in the second period, we're still tied at 2. A.J. Smith steps in to take the draw here against McCready, and McCready able to get the win. Spun out towards the neutral zone here. Haley Thompson chips it off the boards. Couldn't get around far. Waiting off for the onside call here. Now the Barracudas will be able to get in on a forecheck. Picked up and worked ahead by Avery Thompson. Gow. Final few seconds here. She plays it in deep. Ferguson will step out to play it off to the corner, and that's going to do it. So we're through 40 minutes now here at Mainway Arena. Juliana Kalpakis, a pair of goals, has us tied at 2 here as we head into the third period. We'll step away and be back with more Barracuda hockey action.
Hi, I'm Aubrey. Hi, I'm Juliana.
Hi, I'm Gabby. I'm Madison.
And this is the Whisper Challenge.
Go. Do. To. The. Net.
Burlington Junior Barracudas. Go again. Burlington.
Pull.
Burlington
Burlington.
Junior Barracudas.
Barracudas.
Walter Cup champions. Walter Cup champions.
Yeah. Haley. Say it again. Haley.
Elite.
Haley.
Wickenheiser.
Won last year.
Wickenheiser.
Hey, Wickenheiser.
Professional. Women's. Hockey. League.
She shoots. She scores.
Shoes.
She shoots.
Cheeky shoes.
She shoots.
Cheetah.
She.
Cheese.
She.
Trees.
She.
All I'm getting is cheese.
She.
Cheese.
She's. She's. She shoots. She scores. She. She. She shoots. She scores.
Wait.
She shoots.
She.
Shoots. Shoot.
Shoots.
She.
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 She
shoots.
scores. She
She
shoots.
scores.
This has been the Whisper Challenge. Thank you for watching.
Shit, I got it worse. Ate all the perks and you got the Henny, I got the hurt, yeah. Still got that smile, man, you got some nerve. If you're here to watch me burn, then baby, why you riding? Why don't you rip this damn heart out my chest? And baby, why you riding? Why don't you take back every word you said? If you wanna tell me that I ain't the one, might as well Could've sworn I saw you in the shadows of my room last night. Baby, there was blood all over your clothes. I know it was mine. I miss you, I shouldn't. When you were a bullet, left me with a hole in my chest. Call back to the killer for one final thrill. Yeah, I'm digging my grave in your bed. 'Cause I'd give anything to feel you now, even if it means I'm going down. If loving you is a death to me, I'm about you, I'm about you. If I had to choose, you would breathe. Make my lungs hurt, make my lungs hurt. Baby, this is something I shouldn't admit. You're a poisonous punch, I'm taking a sip. 'Cause if loving you is a death to me, I'm about you, I'm about you. It's too late, you're already sinking in. My favorite kind of fever, a sacrificial sin. There's two ways, letting you back in could end. I survive in either, but go with no regrets. 'Cause I'd give anything to feel you now, even if it means I'm going down, down, down. If loving you's a death to me, I'm about you, I'm about you.
Welcome back into Mainway Arena. Third period action just about set to get underway. We are tied at 2 between the Barracudas and the London Devilettes. Juliana Kalpakis, a pair of goals for Burlington, has held them in this game as Ella Frigi gets in on the attack, and she's going to draw a penalty here in the early going. Just 10 seconds into the third period, a trip sends the Barracudas to the power play for the 5th time this game. They're 2 for 4 to this point. Both their goals coming on long point shots on the power play from Kalpakis. So something to watch for here. The long shots try to get traffic to the front of the net and make something happen offensively. Devilettes able to come away with the draw. It's played to the line, and that gets out past Delahunt. Maybe a chance here short-handed, but puck got caught in behind Cameron there. Maybe a patch of wet ice there after the flood. So the Barracudas maybe dodge a bullet as we'll get the face-off in the neutral zone. Barracudas win the draw. Delahunt back in her own zone with it. Goes across, and it's worked ahead and through the middle. That pass evades everybody and just rolls wide of the net. So icing called against Burlington with 21 seconds gone on the power play. Frigi to take this face-off here against A.J. Smith. Barracudas get the win. Skated ahead here and worked up for Thompson. Thompson skates it over the line, steps in with a shot. That's off the glove of Gracie and up into the netting out of play. So we get a whistle here and the face-off with a minute 22 to go on the Barracuda power play. Butler back to the line for Kalpakis. Kalpakis to Delahunt, takes a long shot. That took a deflection along the way. It's fought off by Gracie. Down in the corner, Frigi. For Delahunt, now back down for Frigi. Delahunt at the line. Frigi again, trying to play it across, fanned on it. Works it back for Delahunt again. So they go back and forth. It's Frigi again. Cross ice for Kalpakis. Kalpakis for Delahunt. Steps in, shoots, was looking for the deflection at the side of the net. Couldn't find the stick of Frigi. A quick shot turned aside by Gracie. Kalpakis for Delahunt. Delahunt shoots, save made. The rebound, Frigi turned aside. Delahunt again now. Back to the far side. Kalpakis walks the point, sends it across for Frigi. gathers, throws it to the middle. It's off the skate of Butler and off to the near corner. Delahunt down low, finds Frege. Frege up top for Delahunt. Back for Frege again. Sends it across. Here's Kalpakis with a shot. That took a deflection and goes wide. Final few seconds of the power play here. Sent up towards the line. Kalpakis a shot. Save made. Rebound on the side of the goal. They score! Jammed in at the side of the net. And it's a third power play goal for the Barracudas. Well, Addie Butler just waiting at the side of the net. This starts again from a long shot from Kalpakis that deflects up high. The rebound comes to the side of the goal. And Butler gives the Barracudas their first lead of this game. Power play now 3 for 5 for Burlington. That's been a big factor in this game as they take control for the first time. Face-off won now by the Devilettes. They try and chase this game for the first time. Addison Lee goes back for the puck in her own zone. Stopped up in the corner. Trying to spin off of a check. Here's Boer. Skated out here by Cruzel. Cruzel finds Miwa Carter. Carter in over the line. Gets it in deep. Keelan Song looking back there for it. Couldn't collect the puck, and it's taken out the other way now. Through center. McCallum stops up in the corner. McCallum up to the blue line. Finds Avery Thompson. Thompson. She works it in deep. Back behind the net now. Hubin. Hubin for Thompson. Thompson back to Hubin. Hubin trying to work it into the middle. Got it right back off the leg there of Song. McCallum now. Hubin. Fans on her pass. Taken to the boards here on the far side. Sent around. And held to the line. Only for a moment there as Farr lost it to Cruzel, and now right back in come the Devilettes. Knocked down here by Carter. One hand on her stick, shovels it towards the blue line, able to force it out and get it down the ice. That's going to be icing against Burlington. 16:31 on the clock here as the Barracudas try and hang on to this lead now. The Devilettes have been pushing since the goal to try and get things back on even terms. Parker Talbot wins the faceoff. Hubin now on the far side, gets it loose. Taken in on the backhand here by Talbot. Talbot, she's checked, able to leave the puck there behind her, but it's pinned up against the boards down in the corner. Comes free here for Addison Lee. Lee looks up ice. Gets it for Keelan Song, and it's a 2-on-1. Song with Cruzel. Song working it on the backhand. Centering try, they score! Lauren Cruzel on the 2-on-1 gives the Barracudas a 2-goal lead. And that's a perfectly played 2-on-1 for the Barracudas. On the backhand is Keelan Song, able to use her speed to get some room to the outside, and the quick pass behind the defender across for the one-time shot from Cruzel. Not much of a chance for Gracie on that one. And the Barracudas, their first even strength goal of this game, has them up by a pair. As the Devilettes now will play it deep in behind the goal. Played up to the blue line now. Stepping in is Brooks. Brooks, a shot save made. The rebound loose. Oh, Ferguson with the save. Loose, they score. The Devilettes answer right back. A rebound that Ferguson couldn't quite reach is jammed home. Grace Gow got the last touch on it and makes this a 1-goal game once again. So just like that, the Barracuda's 2-goal lead is won. And the Devilettes maybe have some momentum here. Skated into the offensive zone by Smith. Smith got it deep. Down to the near side now. Take it away. Here's a chance coming out of the corner. Good stick there from Kalpakis to get in the way of that. Across it goes. Played into the middle, a chance. Knocked away. Loose puck bouncing around. Looked like Kalpakis might have fallen on top of it. And now Frege works it out to the line, but not to center, and the long shot will be knocked down and covered by Ferguson. Face off over to Ferguson's left. Played around back of the net here. Long lead pass. Butler trying to settle it down. Couldn't knock the pass from Lee down. Chipped up the boards here, and that's going to get up into the Burlington bench. Draws a whistle with 14:52 to go here in what is now a one-goal game. By McCready will take this face-off for Burlington. Won it right back past the defenders and into the defensive zone as Kalpakis stops up and waits. Her pass up to the line, intercepted, maybe a chance here, sent towards the front of the net, and it skipped over the stick there of McIntosh. Comes up to the line now, a long shot. That took maybe a deflection along the way, or goes off the side of the net. Long lead pass is knocked down in the neutral zone. In deep here, and that's going to be an icing call against Burlington. So back down to Burlington ice we go. Kalpakis comes away with the puck off the draw. Butler chips it up the board, trying to find Thompson in the neutral zone. She gets onto the puck. Has it knocked away from her as getting back in time there was Randall. Now Thompson in after it on the forecheck. Thompson works it on the backhand, tries to get it to the front of the net. It's taken away and skated out here by McIntosh. McIntosh. She'll fire it in deep. Back for it behind the net is Addison Lee. Lee. Her pass up through center. Finds Keelan Song. Here come the Barracudas with numbers. Song drops it back. Carter, her shot, and a good stick coming back on the back check to nullify that chance. Now played up through the middle, trying to race onto it here, and McDonald knocked down. And that's going to be a penalty against Addison Lee. So with 13:31 to go, the Devilettes get their chance on the power play to tie this thing up. Hard check down in the corner here. Puck tied up in there, trying to work it free here. Burlington happy to waste some time, but now it's loose to the line for Farr. Farr spinning away, winds and fires. That's blocked by Kalpakis, who got in the way, and now Farr's got it back. Farr down to the corner. Played into the middle. Good stick from Kalpakis again to knock that down. One-touch pass onto the near side here. Down to the corner as McDonald got it low. Here's a chance on the side of that. Good stick to get in the way of that. Randall. Work down to the near side. Stepping in here from the blue line. McDonald plays it up to the blue line as it's knocked away by Cruzel, and she'll fire it the length of the ice. Halfway through the London power play. Skated ahead by Farr. Pass ahead, dropped back. Now a shot from Hubin that missed on the near side, and it's sent down by Frege. Bianca Hart will get in on the forecheck here as it's left behind the net by Gracie, and Hart will just pin it down against the end boards. Try and waste some time. Here come the Devilettes now. Emma Bovin. Bovin works it to the outside. Now around the back of the net. Bovin, head up, trying to find an option as she takes a lap. steps in with a shot. That's knocked away and out of play. So 16 seconds to go now on the power play for London, as they had their moments, but unable to find a way past Ferguson yet. Devilettes get the win at the blue line here. A shot is knocked away by Butler, and Butler will fire it down the ice. That should do it for the London power play, as Lee prepares to return to the ice. That will do it. We're back to 5-on-5. 11 and a half to go in the period on a 1-goal Barracuda lead. Delahunt. Her pass couldn't connect with Carter. Delahunt has to go back for it now. Around the boards. Carter waiting for it. Tips it out to center, and Krusel will race onto it. Lauren Krusel reaching for that puck, had it swatted away. And now at the blue line, reaching back for it is Carter from her knees, able to get it a little further into the offensive zone. Played up to the line now. Delahunt holds the zone, takes a long shot. That took a deflection up over the net. Off the stick of Keelan Song. Lauren Krusel. Krusel back up top, able to hold the zone is Delahunt. Now Keelan Song drops it back to the blue line. Down low, Krusel. Krusel, she's knocked off the puck, and it's picked up behind the net by Milligan. Milligan skates it up the near side. Trying to get around Lee there, and couldn't find a way past, and it's sent up the ice here for McCready. McCready dropped it for Lee, and she goes ahead for Taylor Thompson. Thompson trying to drag it around. There's a collision down in the corner, and that's going to be a penalty against Haley Thompson. The trip down in the corner, and that's going to send.
This period is brought to you by BDO Canada. Assurance, tax, advisory. People who know BDO.
So another chance at the power play here for London. They're looking to tie this game up at 4. Gow will step in to take the face off after the wave out, and it's Farr stepping into the middle with a shot. That hit a body. Loose puck in front. Save Ferguson. Able to get the blocker on that. Out of the corner now. Taken around back of the net. Worked up to the blue line. Farr. Quick shot there is knocked away as it's taken on the far side. As they battle for it down low now, trying to get it free. The Barracudas again happy to just kill some time on the penalty kill. And now it's worked loose up to the line. Down for Brooks now. Brooks looking for options, takes a shot, pad save made, rebound is sent wide of the net. And Kalpakis will fire it around the boards, but held by Gow. Gow, she takes a check from Catalano. Gets it free, a sharp angle shot, quick shot, save made, oh, what a stop by Ferguson. On the cross ice pass and the one-time shot, Ferguson able to stretch across and make the save of the night so far. Back on the puck here, the Devilettes as Gow makes a check, and that's going to be a penalty. That's going to end the London power play. Gow with a hard check along the boards. It was on Kalpakis, and with 41 seconds to go in the London power play, we'll play some 4-on-4. Boarding the call. So we get 41 seconds of 4-on-4 before the Barracudas get another chance at the power play. They've been good on the power play so far, 3 for 5 in this game, and the Devilettes win the draw. Looking up ice here is Thompson. That puck gets behind. Here's a chance. Working in. McIntosh on the backhand. She's taken down. Went careening into Mackenzie Ferguson. Net came off. And penalty called here, so right back to the power play go the Devilettes. London bench wanted a penalty shot, won't get one there, but now it's 4-on-3 for the next little bit. Mackenzie Ferguson headed off to the bench. And Ferguson's off. So something there on the collision. Ferguson not feeling right. She heads quickly off to the dressing room, and Riley Manna comes into this game for the Barracudas. So in a big moment here, Riley Manna steps in for a power play, 4-on-3 for 26 seconds here as a quick clear by the Barracudas will burn some time. Taking it ahead is Milligan. Milligan off for Thompson. Thompson stops up, works it back to the blue line now. Milligan across for Thompson. Thompson back up top for Milligan. Down to the corner. Here's a quick sharp angle shot. Thompson out of the box now for the Barracudas. 4-on-4. Here's a sharp angle shot. Blocker save made by Manna as she gets her first stop of this game. Puck down in the corner now. Frege looking ahead for Thompson, and Thompson has a break. Here comes Haley Thompson, alone, backhand. Oh, save made. Rebound comes out in front of the net. Jam play, Frege couldn't get it to go. Now Thompson works it to the outside. Nice move on the backhand. Shoots, save made, and the rebound just out of the reach of Frege. Here come the Devilettes the other way now. Worked up through center. Taken around by McDonald. McDonald checked by Delahunt. Delahunt drops it back into the corner. Carter off the glass out to center as it's picked up by Brooks. Brooks, her pass ahead. That gets past everybody. No icing here as Elson plays it up to the line. That will get by everybody, and stepping out to play it is Gracie. So time expired here on the 4-on-4. A few seconds of power play now for the Devilettes. Long shoot in is gloved down by Manna. Down behind the goal now, McCallum. We're back to 5-on-5 at last here. A long stretch of penalties as it's taken out of the corner and worked to the line for Brooks. Brooks takes the return feed up top, takes a long shot. That deflects away from the front of the net. Oh, and a hard collision down in the corner. Sarah Elson taken down. Worked ahead now for Cruzel. Cruzel up along the far side. She takes a check into the boards. Played around now for Butler. Addie Butler trying to work it through the neutral zone. Drops it off for Thompson. Thompson has some room in the middle. Thompson trying to get it around the stick of Farr, but she's turned back. In deep here is Kalpakis. Kalpakis ahead for Frege. Frege to Thompson. Thompson and throws it towards the front of the net. Frege there. Rebound for Thompson. Save made. Gracie couldn't cover the rebound. Frege back to the blue line. Carter. Carter waits up. Drops it off for Frege. Frege back for Carter. Works it in deep. Addie Butler. Stopping up in the corner here. Butler trying to kick it up to her stick now. She's got a couple of Devilettes trying to take it away. It's worked up to the line for Addison Lee. Lee for Frege. Frege back into the middle. A shot save made. Gracie. And she hangs on as Miwa Carter found some room in the slot. Couldn't find a way to beat Gracie. 5 minutes to go here in the third period. Burlington up 1. Pushing to try and extend that lead right now. Keelan's Song to take the draw. Taken to the near side by Catalano. Now around the boards it goes. Lee holds the zone. Gets it right back in deep. Back there for it is Brooks. She's stripped of the puck by Catalano. Catalano goes deep now. Down in behind the net. Catalano chips it up to the blue line. Carter. Down for Cruzel. Cruzel centering pass. That didn't find anyone, and the Devilettes are away. Worked in up the near side. Here's Boer. Boer in with a sharp angle shot through that right through the crease. As the Barracudas pick it up, it's shipped out to center, and the Devilettes reset in their own zone. Pass up is picked off there by Keelan Song. She lost it, and here come the Devilettes again. Pass through center. Carter got in the way, but then took a spill as now the Barracudas gain possession. It's ahead for Addie Butler. Butler kicks it up to her stick, takes it around the outside, driving the net. Butler tries to go to the forehand, and a great save made there by Gracie, able to reach out that right pad and deny Butler. Here's McCallum now. Checked from behind there by Butler. Kalpakis around the boards. Butler trying to tip it out to center. She's forced back as Delahunt sends it around the boards to Kalpakis. Kalpakis ahead. Here goes Ella Frigi now. Frigi in over the line. Lost the puck, and it's sent off the boards. Into the middle. It's picked up by Thompson. Thompson worked it in, but couldn't get past the defender, and it's out for Julia McIntosh now. McIntosh knocked off the puck here by Sarah Elson. Out in front of the Barracuda bench, it's sent for Hart. Bianca Hart takes it down to the corner. Spins off a check. Works it up towards the line. That's picked off and sent down into Burlington territory. Final 3 minutes here of third period action as that pass will roll down to London ice. Avery Thompson starts the attack. Skated ahead here and worked over the line in the offensive zone. Far with a shot. That's blocked. Got the rebound and threw it on goal. Save made by Mana. Down in the corner here, Keelan Song chips it up along the near side. Lauren Cruzel trying to shovel it out to center, and she will as it's sent down all the way to the London zone, and that's going to be icing against Burlington with 2:12 to go. And Gracie looking to the London bench for instructions, trying to figure out when they want her to come out for the extra skater. So far, she'll stay. And now a timeout going to be called here by the Devilettes, I believe. So with 2:12 to go, try to figure out what they want to do to try and tie this game in the third period. It's been a back and forth game, opened up by the Devilettes. Took a 1-goal lead a couple of times before the couple of goals by Juliana Kalpakis. Then the Barracudas seemed like they might have been breaking it open in the third period. They take a 2-goal lead, but just seconds later, the Devilettes get back within one. That's where we stand now with a couple of minutes separating the Barracudas from another win. So timeout's done. Barracudas have returned to the ice, waiting for the Devilettes to finish things up on their side. Some confusion from the Barracudas on who's supposed to be out there, and now Addison Lee will return to the bench. And we will see, it looks like the Devilettes will send 6 out, so Ella Gracie out of the net for the extra skater here with 2:12 to go. Line's been trying to get things sorted here with the London bench. Now looks like they've got it sorted, so we're ready to go here. 2:12 on the clock. Empty net for the Devilettes as they try to tie this game up. Scramble on the face-off. It's won back by the Barracudas and played up, way out of play by Maddie Delahunt. Do we get a new puck? Can we do it over again? 2:07 now on the clock, and the Barracudas are able to get fresh legs out. Skaters they wanted after the timeout. Face off, one back by the Devilettes. In deep here, Kalpakis knocked off the puck. It's taken around the boards by McDonald. Up to the blue line, Far. Far down low for McDonald. And now in behind the goal for McCallum. McCallum plays it in deep. Addison Lee going after it against McDonald. McCallum, and now Smith follows up. Smith had some room. Will drop it back to the blue line. Gow with a shot. Knocked down by Cruzel. That looked like it took a bite out of Lauren Cruzel. Now at the blue line. Long shoot in is knocked away from the front of the net. Centering try is deflected away. Loose puck bouncing around. It comes free behind the goal. McDonald. Minute 23 to go. Up to the blue line here for Far. Far. For Gow with a shot. Knocked down. Rebound. Bouncing around in the slot. And it's cleared up to the line and down the ice by the Barracudas. That's rolling dangerously towards the goal and won't have enough. Back in time to get in the way of that was Brooks. Here come the Devilettes again. Final minute in the third period. Elson backhands it up towards the line, but not out. Rink wide. A one-time shot. Deflected. Save made. Rebound loose, and it comes to the corner. Now Frege trying to force it out to center. Can't get it up past Gow. Now Gow lost it. Haley Thompson has a free pass to the empty goal. Thompson scores. An insurance goal on the empty net for Haley Thompson. It's 5-3 Burlington. Well, nervous moments in the Burlington end, but Haley Thompson able to get the puck out to center and down the ice on the empty net, and that should just about do it for the Barracudas on this Sunday afternoon at Mainway. Devilettes get the win here, and they try and get back on the attack. Looks like Gracie will stay in the net here, so no extra attacker for second time for the Devilettes. Puck pinned down in the corner. It's picked up by Ella Frege. Frege across. Finds Thompson, the goal scorer. Thompson will send this down. Butler gets there first to beat out the icing. Addie Butler. Out of the corner. Up now to the point for Elson. Elson across. Long shot turned aside, and that's going to do it. So the Barracudas, on the back of a couple from Juliana Kalpakis, take a 5-3 win over the London Devilettes. Well, a real back and forth game all throughout. The Barracudas able to get some offense in the third period, and that ends up being the difference. 4-3 win. Haley Thompson, the empty netter, to put it away, and a big Sunday afternoon win for the Barracudas. Thank you very much for joining us this afternoon. I've been Jaden Ho. Before we go, a quick thank you to all our sponsors.